Real estate looks simple from the outside. List the house, show the property, close the deal. But behind every good agent, there's a lot more than signs and sales. It's relationships, trust, timing, follow-up, and the people helping the whole thing keep moving. Today, we're sitting down with Billy Scott and Sarah Cade of the Billy Scott Land and Home Team right here in Corvallis, Oregon. And Billy works in land and residential real estate, and Sarah helps drive the operations from behind the scenes. Together, they're building a team around service, purpose, and helping people make some of the biggest decisions of their lives. And today, I promise you, you'll learn something about what real estate really takes, not just to sell property, but to build trust, momentum, and a business that lasts. Billy, Sarah, thanks for coming on. It's good to see you again.
Well said. Yeah.
My goodness.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So I am so impressed. I just got to say this. I've told you this many times, both of you guys, just how quickly you have taken the real estate industry by storm.
Thank
you. I think you probably make a lot of agents envious, but also they can do it too. What is your secret? When did you start, and how did you quickly grow to where you are today?
He started when he was 3.
3.
Yeah. Take it, Sarah. you summarize it well.
I've just always been saying he's been building his real estate business since he was like a toddler, just because he's so relational.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. How long have you answer his questions?
So I guess got into the industry in January 23, so a little over 3 years.
My goodness.
We've been very blessed. We're coming up on over 120 homes sold during that time, with helping buyers and sellers, and we're very honored because during that time it has been a tough market from day one.
Yeah.
So you can't do that without
at the end of the pandemic, or did it start during the pandemic, or
after? So like 21-22 was like the boom, and then rates and everything.
Wow. So you started right at the wrong time.
Yes,
literally.
100%. The amount of people that said you missed it, you missed the whole boat.
Yeah, they were just throwing money at houses, right?
Yeah.
It's like here's 80,000 over asking. 2
Yeah,
days on the market.
None of that fell in our lap. we heard stories about it, but we don't know what that's like.
Good old days, I guess. Wow. Yeah, because it was a huge swing from people throwing money at houses to like it shut down, right? The rates went up, and
yeah, I mean you figure 2.5% to 3% in 21-22 for rates, and by the end of 23, I mean rates had hit almost 8%.
Right.
And even though we'll probably never see 2 to 3% again, everybody remembers it just being a little while ago, being a few years ago. So hearing 6 or 6.5% right now, oh my gosh, the world's crashing. It's like
that's still relatively low, right?
It's below the 60-year average.
Yeah.
And it's becoming the new norm, but it's not normal for first-time home buyers. It's not normal when it was just a few years ago that the rate was half of that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That stings.
So I'm guessing a lot of people are like staying in those houses at this point, right? They got that 3%. Maybe it's a refi, maybe it's a new purchase, but they ain't leaving anytime soon, right? They'd be kind of
correct. I mean, it's hard to justify, and we have that conversation. Why would I sell if I'm at a 3% rate? Well, when you look at the whole big picture of people's finances, more often than not, people don't think about this, but credit card debt is the highest it's ever been in America. So people focus so hard on 3% interest rate on their home, but they go finance a pickup at 9% and they think it's no big deal. This is just the way it
throw
is.
So much money away at new cars.
They pay 27% credit card.
$100,000 truck,
Yep. Don't even bat an eye. But as long as their mortgage is 3%, they're good.
Yeah.
So when lenders go start running numbers and say, what is your outgoing cash flow? And what if you refied, paid off your debt, stopped paying all this interest, the interest that you're not focusing on, and then regroup? A lot of times they're dropping people's payment, but they're so caught up on my interest rate's 2.5% to 3% on my home. Why would I ever sell? It's like, well, let's look at your whole finances. And that's where lenders come in and paint a different picture.
So Sarah, tell me when you joined the team.
He had already been in real estate a year.
Okay.
So I joined him just after your 1 year.
So I have a feeling you're a big part of the success too, right?
No.
People like
I'm just
you.
riding his coattail to success.
Yeah.
I'm following her lead.
Yeah. So, Sarah, you're one of the kindest and nicest people I've ever met.
Oh my God.
And
Absolutely.
you just have that spark about you and that quality. I don't think I've ever seen her upset. Have you ever seen her upset? Maybe you
He
have.
has.
Are we being real? We're being honest.
Did you like say dang once, or did the D word flow out, or what?
No, one time he experienced a different side of Sarah he had never seen before, and he was like, "What in the world?"
That kind of
we had
keeps
to
it
work
real
through that.
too, though. It's like you don't want to see that again, right? So,
Yeah, pretty much.
I will act accordingly.
That's how it went. That's pretty much how it went.
But the thing is, there's times I'll chuckle with her because I will say, I'm looking for that one gal. She was like so sweet and innocent and like just so kind. And she's like, oh, yeah? She's gone.
That's funny. Oh, man. Right.
Yeah.
But I think what makes you guys special is you're like the yin and the yang, right? You fill out very different parts of what is needed to do these transactions and to help people. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do what I do without her support and what she does. And the thing is, it's not so much, I know how to get in front of people and build relationships, and that's my forte. Like I love it. I can do it 7 days a week, but I can't do all the other things. And to the level that she does it and the way she keeps things organized and with a systematic brain of keeping things flowing so we're not letting people down.
Yeah.
We kind of talk about I'm the promise maker and she's the promise keeper. Like you're as good as the follow through.
Yeah.
And you can't do it alone.
I think we're very similar that way. As we like to go hard, 100 miles an hour, but there's still a lot of stuff and they got left in the dust has to be picked up and dealt with to make it work. So.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Totally.
It is good though. I mean, it's like I can't do what I like to do without him either. And, I know I could do operation stuff for anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's different doing it with someone that you really respect and you trust and like you enjoy doing business with. And people keep telling me now, they're like, you just speak Billy now. And I'm like, huh. Like you just don't even realize it because it's just we work together every day, so it's just like we just get used to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went on a listing appointment with our new agent earlier in the year, and it was just so funny because I didn't even bat an eye. Like I was just like, "Yep, we're gonna go," and Billy couldn't go, and so I went with her, and I was like, "No problem." And it wasn't until afterward that all of a sudden it hit me, and I went, "Oh my gosh, I just went on a listing appointment without Billy." Like I was like, I've never done that before. And not only did we do it, we got the listing agreement signed. But I was like reflecting and I was like, I was saying all the things that like Billy says and I didn't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're just around it so much and you're just absorbing, all of a sudden you just start to embody it. So that is really neat as an operations person, not to just like check the boxes, but also learn all those skills of how you're dealing with people, how you're talking with people, what are we doing with different objections and obstacles, and how do we overcome it? So,
and you've leveled up your game recently, is that right?
Yeah,
So
I got my real estate license.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that lets you do a lot more things with the clients
Yes.
legally.
Yes.
There's a lot of rules around that, right?
Less restrictions on the back end, things like that.
Yeah, I can legally open a door now, so that's nice.
Yeah. But like to add on what you said is when Sarah called me and said, Billy, you're never going to believe this. Like, think of what just happened with me going with this listing appointment with Lauren. As a leader, when you hear that and you see the growth, but they're not seeing it in themselves, and they're coming to going, oh my goodness, look at all the things we're learning. I never realized some of the things I'm picking up on or some of the things that I'm just confident to be able to go do and not even second guess it. That is... I don't know, a sense of satisfaction of like, wow, we're in the right rooms together.
Mm-hmm.
We're learning from each other. We're pushing each other, but we're building each other's confidence as a team. And I don't know, it made me very proud to see her confidence go up of, because she will doubt herself at times and think like, oh, I don't know, I haven't done this long enough. It's like, hey, you're the right person for the job. You continue to be the right person for the job, and you're the right person for Billy Scott Land at Home. And I've said that repeatedly from day one. My wife fully believes in it. Her husband believes in her just as much as we believe in her. And it's just, we're lucky to be able to walk beside her, but it's not just real estate. Like, we get to go through life together. The relationship that her husband and I have and that she has with my wife, it's truly a relational partnership that you just get to grow. It's something I don't take for granted, and I'm very blessed.
Yeah, I love seeing the interaction with you guys. You're just a great team. But you've got another person on your team, is that right?
Yes, Miss Lauren.
Miss Lauren.
Lauren joins.
And when did she start?
So started in November, or started November.
Yeah. Started November, yeah.
Yep.
Are you looking to grow your team beyond that as well?
I think over time, yes. We want to be very selective with our growth. We've talked to a lot of big teams, like the Jalot team, who's the biggest team in the Willamette Valley. They're well respected. They got great agents.
Phenomenal.
Just from the top down, it's like people want to be that. Like, I want to follow suit and be associated somehow, some way, running a business like they do, taking care of their clients like they do. And I think early on, I kind of thought, man, I'm going to have a big old team and I want to own a brokerage. And I've taken some trainings and done some classes, and over the last 3 years, done a lot of reflection and asked a lot of big leads that have been in the industry a lot of years. And they all said, if I could do it again, keep it small and mighty.
Yeah, I'm guessing the leaders of those big teams are doing very little of what they originally started doing.
Yes.
And it's now just managing agents in the fire of the day.
Yep. So like, I would think somewhere in the range of like 7 to 10 person team to click on all cylinders and keep it small and mighty. And we'd rather do less business, but just do damn good business and go through life together with your team, know your people. It's not just a number. And that's become way more attractive than who can get more agents. It's like, well, who wants to be a revolving door is the sentence that follows that. And we do not want to be a revolving door.
I get it. Now, when you were previously, you worked for Knife River, is that correct?
Yep, 18 small short years.
18 small short years. And but you didn't wake up one morning and there was like 50 people all asking you, hey, you should be a real estate agent and I'd buy a house from you, or I'd let you sell my house. You leapt in cold, right? I mean,
yeah.
Just like everybody else is thinking about being in real estate, you started the same place. How did you grow so quickly? Because you have a sphere of people, I'm sure you know, but again, people weren't lining up waiting for you to become a real estate agent.
Yeah,
that is throwing their houses at you.
That is 100% accurate. All that overflow was gone.
How do you go from zero to hero?
I don't look at myself as hero.
I look at you as
I appreciate it. I think ultimately, just because, like Sarah said, I've been so relational. I was always a social butterfly growing up. Whether you're on a sports team, you're always the person joking, laughing, interacting with everybody, being the person that gets kicked out of class because you're talking too much because you just can't.
That was you.
No way. Not everybody shocked all at once. But I think that entrepreneur mindset of always wanting to do more and not just settle for what I have, but also you build the relationships, everything else follows. It doesn't matter what industry. At Knife River, they pretty much said, oh my gosh, one day you're going to be a salesman for us early on in my career. And it's like, yeah. And I'm thinking, like, I get to drive one of those orange and white trucks. Like, I get paid with a company card and then a fuel card. How cool would that be? Like, I get to go take care of clients and swing out on job sites. It was always kind of like a big vision. I never really thought it would come to reality. And over the years of all the jobs that I did at Knife River, one thing led to another to be more knowledgeable and be more of that candidate of choice, where it was a no-brainer, where it's like, well, he's crushed a lot of rock, he's ran asphalt plants, he's ran equipment, he understands, every little facet of the industry. It just made me more well-rounded. And I never knew all those jobs would make me more prepared from the time I got into real estate of understanding what do you do with a bare lot? What do you do with some of your infrastructure? What do you do with your underground utilities? Like, I don't know it all, but I am knowledgeable in a little bit of a lot of those things over the years because of that exposure. And I think that just one thing led to another.
What I'm going to ask you, if you had to pick 3 skills that a successful real estate agent would need to have, what would they be?
A great question. Man, I would definitely say relationships first, because the money and all of that follows if you have the relationship piece. The other skill is doing it scared. I think, he's not a fearful person really at all. Like, and he doesn't worry about what people are thinking or rejection and all that stuff. But there are agents who do. And I think that's really normal. But I think they think, oh, I have to not be scared at all. I have to not, I have to get over this. Like, I get scared of rejection and all of that. But it's like, no, you can still have that fear. You just have to do it anyway. So kind of that perseverance to just keep going through that. And I would say the third one, I don't know. That's a good one. What do you think? What's the third one?
I think something that comes to mind is relationships is absolutely key. It's number one.
Yeah.
But
it's more than that.
If you can't convert a relationship and align it with their goals and find a way to be the conduit or the glue of what they want and where do you fall in and how you can help them get there, you may say, all right, maybe that's negotiation skills. Maybe that's just thinking outside the box for creative financing and working with the right lenders. Maybe it's allowing them to believe in you and building that trust where they aren't scared to buy their first home, where they're not scared to invest in their next property, where you put their mind at ease because they trust you. And then you can coach them through the process. I think if you can be able to take that relationship and convert it and walk them through and make them see what they're capable of, I think the opportunities are endless when they say, oh my gosh, I trust you, let's go. And the most rewarding ones are the first-time home buyers who are renting and have the mindset that they'll never be a homeowner. I'm never going to be able to afford to. I'll never make it in this market. It's like, no.
And they have nowhere to, they're like, where do I start? They have no idea. They're so overwhelmed. I would say, piggybacking on that, I was thinking about, he's like one of the best negotiators I've ever seen because he's not sleazy. It's like genuine win-wins. And the way that I don't know, it's like he can picture it like a puzzle. And he's just, as he's on the phone, he's just putting it together. And then it ends up working out for everybody. He's just so good at it. Things that I wouldn't even think of. He's like, well, what about if we did this? And I'm like, where did that even come from? Like, I'm like, where do you, and I think that's where people listen to him.
We'll throw in the toaster.
Hey, we've negotiated a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. I mean,
there you go.
Beanbag, you name it. I mean,
I wasn't so far off then.
Right. It doesn't matter.
And dealing with people who are, they're really stuck in what they want. How do you, even though it actually isn't best for them, what they think they want. He's really good at working with them to get them to see a different perspective. Yeah, it's a good skill.
So I'm guessing over, what did you say, 120 sold and probably a close amount of buyers?
That's combined, buyers and sellers.
So I'm guessing with all those transactions that they pretty much all went perfectly, right? You were batting 100%, right?
Well, do you want to hear the termination count? Because it happens. That's the reality, ugly side of the industry. And just, I mean, if I'm being honest, this year we've closed almost 30 transactions by the end of this week, halfway through the year, which is, I mean, we're very proud of that, but we're right in line. Like, what was our goal? What did we set out to do? What are we supposed to be doing? Are we putting ourselves in a good position? And it's like, the goal is one thing, but it's just stay client focused and the rest will follow. But there's been 13 terminations. Some of those are out of your control. park approvals. People buying property, they get denied a park approval in a park. Denied. It doesn't matter how much they want to spend. Doesn't matter. They can't buy it.
What does that mean? How do you get denied for a park approval? I mean, who says you can't come in?
Lots.
Why are they able to say that?
Lots of factors. And if you're listening, start being more lenient with your park approvals, please.
Oh my gosh.
They got to apply and say, hey, do I qualify? What's my background? Credit score, background check. There's a lot of different things with it. But I mean, there's, housing laws that, they protect both sides of it, but it's just, it's such a bummer. You got somebody that's ready and able, working with the lender, they're pre-approved, they fall in love with the property, we negotiate, we come to terms, the sellers are stoked, the buyers are happy, and then the park approval is denied.
Oh my gosh.
And you contest it, denied, and it just takes the wind out of a buyer's sales, takes the wind out of the seller's sales, and eventually the seller has to continue reducing the price of their home because it's happened twice. And you're chasing the market. Now it's 90 days, 120 days on the market. We're chasing the market. The market's talking, and we're the messenger of the market. And if you don't adjust, I mean, time kills deals. Days on market kills deals. And it's the pits.
Yeah, we had a buyer but Billy just kept pushing, and we got him approved. So also having an agent who, I don't know, doesn't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
And that's Billy. Like, it's just like, okay, cool. What about this? Okay, great. What about this?
Tenacious is a good word to describe it, right?
I think so.
I like it until he does it to me, and I'm like, no, this is what I need you to do.
You spray him with like a little bottle of water like a cat?
You know what? I need one. I need one.
I think you should do that.
I feel my wife, my school teachers, my coaches. No is no. It's like, no, it's not. I just didn't ask the question right.
Yeah,
I just need to rephrase it a little bit.
Okay, and he goes, so, and I'm like, no.
And sometimes I don't think I'm being tenacious about it. It's just like, maybe she's not understanding what I really want.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. It's great as an agent. It's just annoying when you're an operations person.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
If my wife could only chime in right now.
I know.
You did a podcast here with us for a while, and you had a lot of episodes, and I learned a lot because I was sitting in that engineer station.
Yeah.
And you've overcome some trials and tribulations in your life. I mean, again, and I say this because right now you're looking like the king of the world, right? And from the outside looking in, I'm sure agents are like, I wish I was doing 60 homes a year, right? And they're doing 5, they're doing 7, and they're just barely on that edge. But that wasn't given to you either, right? I mean, you overcame a lot in your life and to get to this place.
Yeah.
Share anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's I think we reflect a lot on our past. Because it was not a smooth road. I don't like to take the easy route. And I think I don't ignore my past, but it's one of those, we reflect on it and we talk about it openly because it's a part of what made us who we are and the direction we're going moving forward. Whether it's my, years of drinking and sobriety and falling out and just overcoming running and gunning and just kind of chasing trouble in my younger years. I just think like all of it is just another stepping stone and an opportunity of growth when you're at a Y in the road of like, what do you do with it? It's not what happens, it's how you handle it. So it's like, we continue to face the next Y in the road. And it's like, well, you have a choice. You're going to do the right thing. You're going to take 2 steps backwards. And what are you going to do afterwards? How are you going to grow out of it? What'd you learn from it? And it's like, I feel like it's so funny you say like, man, you probably feel like king of the world. But internally, you just go, man, I work so much and I just have so much passion for what I do in real estate. And if I could just do one thing different, I just wish I could not let anybody down anymore. and like, how can we perform for every client and every relationship and my wife and my kids and my grandson and teammates? How do I be a better leader, and how do I support other agents who are wanting to grow in this industry? And it's just like, you take 2 steps forward and you think, oh my gosh, we closed some more deals. But then it's like, don't take too much time to celebrate, because there's more work to do and there's people that need you, and you got more things to improve on, and you got, you need to be more disciplined, you need to be more accountable. And it's like, but from the outside, social media paints a picture that people seem like they're the king and queen of the world and they got everything going. And it's like, I don't look at it as, oh my gosh, we're on top of the mountain. I still look at it as, yes, we have came so far in life and in such a short amount of time. But then I look at the trajectory and the opportunities ahead is Mount Bachelor, and we're staring up at just going, and we have so much farther to go, and we have so much more work ahead of us, and we're going to have slips, trips, and falls along the way. But like, what we do with that as a team, like when we keep investing in training and going to conferences and doing team building and like
coaching.
And when I get off my coaching call, I'd be lying if I said my head doesn't hit my desk and I think, man, what am I doing with my life? I love that. But
then it inspires you, and it's like gives you a roadmap, and
and I wouldn't change it for nothing. Like, my coach, he busts my chops, and he's not there to be my friend, and that's been a hard one for me to accept because I'm so relational. Because it's like, when we start calls, I want you to ask, how's family? How you doing? How's life? And it's like, cut to the chase. Get to business.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, well,
I want to talk about my feelings. Yeah. What do you mean?
Business will come later. Like, and it's like, I've talked to multiple people about it, and they're like, you don't hire him to be your friend.
Yeah.
But right. Do I respect the hell out of that man? And do I respect the coaches that I've had over the years, from Josh to John and Chase? Like, they've all been wonderful coaches, but every year it's like I've switched coaches, and then you go try a new coach and try some new tactics and new strategy. And it's an investment. Like, it's a big investment. Not cheap. But, and Sarah and I both have coaches.
So many of the successful agents I've seen have the coaches.
Yeah.
They see it as a requirement. It's not like an optional thing.
Yep.
So
yeah, having that third party to point out all the things that you suck at is, I think, essential, and I think it's worth it. It's not fun, but yeah, my coach today, I just had a coaching call this morning, and she's like, okay, so here's your homework. Here's all the things I need you to do. You need to send it, and it.
See, I've kind of got a coach. I got Raul tells me I suck every day. So
see?
He's doing a good job.
Good job, Raul.
So it makes me cry. I go cry a little bit and come back, and
that's when you need a Sarah. And she'll say, your feelings are, what's your term for
valid.
It? Your feelings are valid. It's like, all right, that's what I needed, Sarah. We call Sarah not only the mama bear of the office, but she's our in-house juju counselor, psychiatric, you name it. Like, she's just, but she listens. Like, and that's the thing, when I don't mess with everybody, but when you got somebody like Sarah with you, people are always just like, oh my gosh, what a good human. What, like, the way she carries herself, the way, and Sarah's just like, oh, stop it. It's like, Sarah, I don't think you understand. Like,
I don't.
Like, I don't know. I just, some people just have that way about them. I don't know. But
yeah, some people get there, but a lot of people don't get there when they're in their mid-20s either.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you can thank my dysfunctional family.
But that was all trial and error. It made you better. It made you who you are today.
I was laugh. I don't know why. I
really do that. Yep, it's good stuff.
It makes me feel good. We're so funny. So we're crying.
We have 0 views. We think we're hilarious.
I think my mom will watch. And
yeah, exactly.
Raul will probably comment, "You suck."
A couple pity views, and outside of that, back to reality.
It'll just be us rewatching our own.
Does that add to the view count? I'm asking for a friend.
You guys are fun. I love hanging out with you. So being a broker is a lot like being a psychologist. Would you agree with that?
Oh my
I mean,
God.
these.
Yeah, 100%.
Still great.
100%.
You're fine.
Like the hats you wear as an agent, you think you had an idea and just throw it out. I had no clue the hats you wear as an agent, the hats that you wear in operations, all the different things that come your way.
And you got to solve all their problems, right? And they're
Yeah, and they don't teach you in real estate school how to do that.
how to be a psychologist.
No,
Yeah.
they don't, and they should.
They should.
There should be a course on it in there.
And some that you get are just batshit, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, we're going
all right,
there.
So we're gonna go the unleashed version.
Hey,
But you know
I don't
what?
have a license. I can say that kind of stuff. Maybe you can't.
I will say this.
Not
Yeah,
wave.
yeah.
Not wave.
We love them all, but some we love more. But the thing is, if you don't have bad clients and tough situations and terminations, then you'll never have those opportunities for growth.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think that this career is just smooth sailing, you write offers and you close properties and everybody loves you, it's like, that's a fiction book.
That's very
like
much fiction.
Because not everybody's going to love you. And some are going to see the efforts you do behind the scenes more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Some are going to know that you're working your tail off, and some wonder, do you do anything?
Mm-hmm. And there's the ones that come at you and they want to sell it for $50,000 more than you know it's going to sell for, right?
Yep.
How do you have that conversation?
I've gotten better at it. See? It's like a coach. The coach is going to tell you things you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
You have gotten better.
No.
Yeah.
It's sometimes we've had to shake their hand and say, I would love to help you, but market data and where we're at in the comps don't support anywhere near where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't be an agent that just hangs a sign and in 6 months you fire me because your unrealistic number. We would rather now not take that listing. Unfortunately, we want to help. And if they come to reality with their price, we would love to be able to be that agent after they fire their agent that took that overpriced listing and couldn't sell it. We would love that opportunity to interview for the job. But I'm doing a disservice if I'm allowing them to have an unrealistic number and not showing them that we're the professionals. We're coming here with data. We're not coming here with emotions.
Mm-hmm.
This, like, how are you going to feel in 6 months when you want to fire me because your home hasn't sold?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then our relationship's never going to be the same. So I have to have the confidence to have those tough conversations early on and get in front of it more. So those are some things I've learned, because early on it's like, well, gosh, they want this. Let's just try.
You're hungry, right?
Yep,
Like,
let's
I
try.
want that
It's a
pizza.
sign in the yard. Let's try. Well,
Yeah.
no, let's walk away and shake their hand and wish them luck.
Mm-hmm.
Because I spend thousands of dollars to put a sign in the yard and to market and the team and everything else that we're doing and all of our expenses, to be fired in 6 months and never get paid for your services.
Right. It's all upfront cost for you.
Yeah.
All the marketing, all the time you're putting into this, all the research.
Yep.
You don't get paid till the house sells, right?
It's a different version of gambling, and I love it. I love it.
You know, going back to what you're saying about the crazy clients and being a psychologist, I'm not a psychologist. But what I have noticed is that a lot of the clients that are really tough, they're people that are stuck in survival mode. So they've had something in their life that they've gone through, maybe childhood trauma, addiction stuff, whatever it is, health things. And they're in this place of like, they're not growth minded. They can't be self-aware. They're so stuck in just trying to survive. And they're angry and they're hurt and they're upset and they're just lashing out at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of have their blinders on and they're just really stuck. So it's not always fun to deal with that, but at the same time, it's still an honor to help people, because the reality is a lot of people are suffering and they are stuck, and somebody has to help them, you know, and yeah, it isn't always fun. And sometimes those phone calls are rough. And sometimes we don't get good reviews for those, but at the end of the day, we still give them everything we can and we do our best to help them and, you know, get them on their way. And so for me, I feel like I can still go to sleep at night knowing we did everything we could. And we try to go above and beyond, you know, and to help them with where they're at in their life, even if they can't see it right now.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And that's where I think just the type of person that Sarah is. So when we go on a listing appointment and it's both of us, you're not always going to mesh with everybody. You got your 4 different personality types, and you got to kind of read a room before you even get there based on your phone calls. Are they more direct? Are they more relational? Are they going to kind of slow play? Are they going to be more methodical? What kind of personality are we dealing with? And it's not to be a different person, but it's to be a chameleon to make sure that you're able to connect with your clients and meet their goals. But also, Sarah is so good at reading people and digging deeper, allowing them space to kind of open up and talk. And the business questions will all come later. And I know I'm relational, don't get me wrong, but when people see how kind-hearted and big-hearted she is,
She's very disarming.
yes,
Right? Just
yes,
take your finger off the trigger.
yeah,
Put the gun on the table.
100%.
She could be a good hostage.
100%. And how many
They'd all come
times?
out of the building
Miss
if
my
Sarah was
calling.
going.
Yeah. How many times have we heard, Billy, like, we love you, but then we met Sarah. I'm like, I'm still right here.
I can hear you.
But I love that because I get to work with her. Like, I get to do this every day.
Yeah.
And sometimes Sarah's going to be the best fit for that client. Sometimes there's clients that are like, I don't want to deal with so-and-so, and they want to deal with somebody more direct or whatever. And then some clients I have to be a lot more direct, and I don't like it, but I'm not afraid to do it if that's what's in the best interest of having them achieve their goals, but also protecting our team, protecting our lenders and title reps. If they're going to call and belittle our transaction coordinator or the professionals that we work with, and they're going to keep belittling them and everything else, like, hey, we'll cut ties. You can either be professional and you can be respectful, or you can go elsewhere. Like, we don't have space for it.
Yeah.
Like, but I tell them, one-on-one with me, if you want to lash out at me and you want to get some things off your chest and you want to call me some names and then we figure out what we're going to do from here and how we can improve on it, wonderful. But they do not deserve that. And we're not going to stand for it. And
you have very thick skin. Like, yeah. You really, actually, you had one. It was, okay. It was, we might have to cut this out. It was with an agent, actually. They called and asking about a property, and I hear him on the phone, and you can just hear the voice, like, just going, and like, he doesn't know this person. Like, they're just calling about our property. And he's like, okay, I think it might be best for us to communicate via email. Like, and he just, I don't know, he doesn't get flustered or frustrated. And he's just, I mean, then after the phone, after he got off, he's like, geez, like, but when he's on, he's very professional and, he's not afraid to like just talk respectfully back, but set boundaries. Yeah. And he's even done it with clients. Like, I mean, he's driven out to one of our past clients' homes and been like, hey, we need to talk. And then it's like, I'm so sorry, Billy, and, it's like, but he takes the time to do that because you're relational first. And, and also knowing like, this is like the most stressful thing for people. One of the most stressful things, the emotions, like it just comes out and it's not always their true self, and it's not always like a happy thing that we're buying or selling. Right. Somebody died. Somebody's
doing it out of necessity. Is
getting divorced. They lost their job. Like they're going bankrupt. Like whatever it is.
Do you have divorces where they can't be in the same room at the same time and they're bouncing back and forth between you?
Oh yeah. That's where you really are a therapist.
Yeah. And that's where Sarah excels in those moments where it's like we can keep the separation, but you always find there's one relationship out of the two that is the leader and one's usually the follower, and then it's like, maybe you got family members feuding. I think family members, I'll just say it, they're the absolute worst part of real estate.
Yeah.
Because the money
like
and the
over
greed.
Inheritance sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes kids want their inheritance and their family, their parents are nice and healthy and they're around and they're demanding their inheritance to buy property, or they want money and it's unfair and it's like
they're selling the family house.
It's like I'm supposed to represent you as a client. I don't believe in like they owe you nothing. How about that? They owe you nothing.
And 9 times out of 10,
enjoy the time with your parents while they're here.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they don't get the money. And then they end up severing their relationships with their family. So
Oh
they
my
get
gosh.
nothing. Like nothing came out of that. And it was just drama and a headache and for everybody, but I get it because, I don't know. I don't want to judge too much because it's like I understand those positions and and it is hard to live on your own and buying homes is expensive and I get it, but it's just sad though that even today money the root of all evil.
Money and land, like the greed that comes out, but it always works out and sometimes those deals die and nothing comes of it, and it's like, man, I want to help you. I don't want to get involved in your family feud. Like I want to be that conduit, that middleman, but also some are so draining because it's hard to not carry those emotions because you care and you want what's best for both sides. Because if you just protect one side, whether you're representing a buyer or seller, like she talked about win-win, if all you do is protect one side, that's when deals die. Because one side, one party doesn't feel like they're getting a good shake at it. There's not give and take. And if you don't find win-win, deals die. And it doesn't matter if it's just the relationships. It doesn't matter if it's transactions. It doesn't matter. Find a win-win for both parties. And you know what? You keep things moving forward and everybody gets to achieve their goals.
Yeah.
So
there's so much I could talk with you about. I'm going to pick just a couple more things though. I mean, I love everything that you're doing. Your knowledge of real estate is very, very high, especially for someone just 3 years in. I mean, you can probably rattle off stats and figures all day, right? And mortgage rates and all that kind of stuff. But I like how you're trying to help people that aren't even related to you and aren't on your team. I mean, you have a little monthly get together you do where everybody's invited, right? Other real estate agents, mortgage brokers. Talk to me about that. And it just, why do you do that? Why do you try to help other people like that? You have no interest in it.
Well, I just feel like I've always had mentors and coaches and people that you just lean on and who make an influence in your life. Like you never know the little golden nuggets that you get from individuals here and there. The relationships that you build, maybe it's meeting somebody at the grocery store and it's like, oh my gosh, I want to know more about them, or like, I want to hear their story more. And I just feel like when you get into real estate, I've never felt so overwhelmed, like drinking from a fire hose and spilling all the water that went towards me. Like you're just, I don't know a better way to explain it. And it's like, man, everybody thinks when they're going to go get their license and they're going to get into real estate and this is what's going to happen. I'm just going to start cashing checks. That's
not how it works.
So it's like, I try to go, okay, what were some of the things that we faced that we had to learn the hard way? And how can we help people not have to learn the hard way and just have collaboration? And Derek Manasco, who we work with, he's a partner, good dude. And he's always people first. And he kind of started something over in Texas, and that's something that Real does. And it's community group collaboration. And it's like, how do we just help one another? It doesn't have to be what brokerage do you work for? And, oh, you're on the outside, I can't help you. Like, no, there's tons of agents struggling. There's solo agents struggling. There's agents on a team struggling. There's teams struggling. People are struggling out there. So how can we be a place of like, hey, let's talk about what's happening in today's market? Who's winning really well right now? What are some of those golden nuggets to pass on so others can say, oh my gosh, let's 10X this. Let's go win some more. And then also, what are some of the hardest struggles that we're facing in the industry? And that's where I talk about some of those terminations, learning how to keep deals alive differently, thinking outside the box, because so many people never want to talk about it. Like before this spring, never was I hearing anybody talk about terminations. And statistically, terminations are at like 25 to 35% of all deals are terminating. You don't hear those stats. And then you go, oh my goodness, like I know if I'm going through this, I'm not the only one. So how do we get ahead of it? And the amount of people that are willing to listen, and then they see that you're getting vulnerable. They're seeing that they're not just seeing the success, they're seeing, oh my gosh, Billy's failing at a lot of things as well, but social media tells me otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you can be real and vulnerable with people, it doesn't matter the brokerage, whatever, it will attract people. It'll attract people who want to be a part of that circle. And then you start realizing how many people are itching to tell their story of where their wins are, where their losses are, how they want to grow, what they need to do to learn, and be surrounded by more of those growth-minded people, and your circle starts growing. But it takes people being courageous and having the courage to go do it and put themselves out there first, and just knowing that there's agents that need this. There's people that need to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not glamorous at times.
Well, and, you know, you've talked about this before, not having the scarcity mindset of, well, I don't want to talk to other agents about what I'm doing or what I'm succeeding at because we're all in competition.
Mm-hmm.
He's always had the mentality of like, no, because when we collaborate, it actually is better for us when we're negotiating deals and when we're representing our clients. It makes us all better and we give our clients a better experience. So you've always looked at it as you prefer to collaborate with agents in our area. And not that it's the other thing too, that he has a hard time with sometimes where I'm like, I have to rein him in a little bit. He does. He has a bleeding heart. So he's like, just wants to help everybody. Mm-hmm. Oh, they can just come in our office. They can just, and so we've had to talk about that a little bit of like, okay, but like there has to be a benefit of being on our team. Like we can't just give out who we are necessarily just for free either. Because we're also building a business and we want to attract people to this and we want them to see the value of it. But it's also just not, I mean, if he does that with everybody, he won't even have time for anybody, you know? So we've had to watch his time on that. But I still think I would rather him err on the side of wanting to collaborate with other agents. Yeah.
You do a lot of social media, and I'm going to congratulate you on that because that is where the successful agents are living right now. If they expect their phone to ring from just...
He doesn't feel like we do. He says our social media is terrible.
No, it's great.
I know that sounds terrible.
I'm just being real. That's what he actually said.
It's true.
You're out there. You're being you. And what I love, I tell my girls this is that you don't have to try to be everything to everybody. Because then you're nothing to anybody. So
it's good.
Be the person you are. You will attract the people that are attracted to you, to that personality, and you guys will click very well. And then the nice thing about having a team member, if they want that super cuddles that Sarah's going to give them, they're going to say, step aside, Billy, I'm going to go work with Sarah, right? And they can find that person on your team that's going to be the right fit for them. So
100%.
Yeah. So congratulations on the social media. That's. I wish more agents would do that. They tend to view the listing media as like what we do as just a pure cost and not like this is your best marketing opportunity you're going to have. You are sitting in front of a house with your sign in the yard. And it says people have trusted you enough to give them your business. And there's no more powerful imagery than that.
So true.
So.
Well, we're only scratching the surface right now. I mean, there's so much we need to do better and master and figure out and all of that. So I appreciate you saying that because he needs to hear it. But I think too, the thing that I'm learning with social media is that it is like your database in a sense of people. Like, and that's where it's free advertising in a sense of like where you can show who you are to people without putting your face on a billboard, right? And honestly, it's more impactful and it's more genuine and all of that. And he's good at it because he just is like, I don't know, okay, do we just film videos?
He's fearless, right?
He doesn't really care what people think. I think that's why people really like him on social media.
It's like I enjoy doing the fun, goofy, just off the hook, hit play. Let's do this.
Oh gosh,
I got
did you
an
see
idea.
what happened? It was a couple of months ago, but what happened to his car? Did you see that post we did? So come out and he's like, yeah. Oh no, we were on the phone. He was driving to like a photo shoot or something. All of a sudden he's like, oh my gosh. And we're like, what's going on? And shingles were flying off of a manufactured home, which I think is so ironic that it was a house.
Going down the freeway.
Yeah. And they flipped over and they were scratching up the top of his car, and he has a full glass like all the way down the top of his car. So I come out and he's like, he's showing us. I mean, it's so bad. Just totally scratched the paint, all the glass.
Are you possibly following a little close?
Well, they just caught on the freeway, and I was behind them, and they just started, and it was like, whoo,
There's like the 2 or 3 second rule, right?
I stayed
Not
within
like,
it, maybe a little.
It was 2 car lengths at 70 miles an hour. That's not the 2 you're looking for there, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So then I go, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? And he's like, I'm going to call a mobile home manufacturer and see if they'll give me a deal on a mobile home.
Just
Like,
think
of
outside the
course.
box.
I'm like, of course you are. We posted that. People thought it was so funny. We never gave anyone an update on that, actually.
I know. I need to.
We
I need to.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming on today. It's awesome. I love the team, and both you guys bring very different things to it. And yeah. So
Well,
thanks for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And Scott, like, we can't thank you enough. Like last year when we were doing the podcast, I think we did 24
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
And some of the stats that we were looking into was if you reach 21,
Mhm.
You're
Like,
above average or something like
you're
that.
like in the top 10% of podcasts that even did it. And then we've put it on pause, and we haven't kickstarted it back up, but it's one of those, like, we see value, but it's like to come in your studio and have, your people, like you got an engineer sitting here, Raul, doing his thing,
Yeah.
like all the sound, like when people see it, they're like, man, where'd you do this?
Mhm.
So like, kudos to you for investing in what you're doing, because you're not just doing real estate photography and videography, and you're not building staffing all over the state to be able to take care of agents across the state, but also, some of your photo shoot booths, when people are wanting, headshots, and then doing the podcast and trying to take that to the next level. You're investing so much up front with the theory of, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
at a
how I
very
live my
high
life,
level.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he does it at a very high level. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
You don't skimp on things, which I really appreciate about you, because everything's very high quality. And
thank you.
that's what you produce. And I appreciate that. And on a personal note, I was never even supposed to be on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back, because I've had a lot of I've been looking back over the past 2 years, and like there's just been a lot of people that have poured into me, into my confidence and just who I am. Because an operations person is always like, they're just behind the scenes.
Yeah, I remember you were like just giving them some advice, and we were literally like, Sarah, go sit down.
Yeah, you're like, Sarah,
Right
jump
there.
up there. And she's like, no.
I'm not dressed for this. I wasn't. I was wearing this fleecy, like, buffalo checkered. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember that day.
And then from that point on, people started watching it going, oh my God, who is Sarah?
Kinda
Like, she
steals the
does.
show sometimes. Right?
But you lead it, you facilitate it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it attracts more people, of people getting to know who you are, not just me. And it's, I don't know, I think it's what made it something more special, because nobody just wants to sit here and listen to me talk. It's like having that dialogue, having that interaction, having, different conversations coming from different angles. Like, we don't always agree, but different perspectives that make it relatable to others. And then it, like I said, it attracts more people. And it's just,
Love it.
Thank you
Cool.
for believing in us and always being in our
it's
corner.
So fun to watch.
Yeah.
You guys are great.
well, thank you, Scott.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching another episode of the Reliant Roundtable. If you are in the industry, real estate industry, and you'd like to come on and be a guest, give us a call, and we will see if we can make that happen. Okay, Scott Kemp, Billy Scott, Sarah Cade. Thank you.
Yeah.